I'm Joey Chestnut, world champion competitive eater, and you're watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Rebound game, prove it, that it was maybe a one-off in the last game. How disappointing is it to fall down early in this one and not be able to climb out of it?
Yeah, when you start like that, you're trying to climb your way out of the game, and for us, that's something that you want to play with the lead and be smart about, and not let it get out of hand if it do happen. But just got to try to create more, and obviously not let that happen.
What do you take from this game? Knowing that happened, you guys did have your chances, particularly in that second period, and just what do you kind of say to each other here with this?
Just playing with a lot of structure, follow the way that we usually play. It's been working for the start of the season, and you just really don't want to get off path. If you look at it, like you said, in the second period, we had those chances. We got to finish it and make sure that we take advantage when we can. But definitely playing simple and how competitive, and making sure that we keep the form of the game in the correct line, and then hopefully it goes our way.
Take me through. I know it's tough to talk about goals when you don't win, but just that pass that Jack made to you on that first power play goal, and you're sort of down on your knee there.
Yeah, definitely. When you look at it, I want to make sure that I give him an option. Another sight for him to see. You can make a ton of different plays out there, and just making sure that I show my stick, show that it's present. Then if he chooses to give it, it's great. And if he makes another play, I'm sure that's going to be great also.
You mentioned, the chances you guys did have in the second period where you did outplay them, but then Nedeljkovic comes up with some big saves on a couple of those chances, and then they get too late at the end. And that kind of deflates you guys going into that third period.
We just got to make sure that we come out and have another strong start and give ourselves a chance, and just keep on rolling, build as much positivity as we can. But like you said, it's going to happen when the pucks don't go in, and definitely you got to try to find a way to get them there, if it can be pretty or not, and just got to make sure that puck crosses the goal line every once in a while.
And then maybe a little surprised as the way that the Sharks played with their speed and the way they were connecting tonight.
They're a fast team. We know that they're young, and they produce a lot of offense. They've been showing that this year, that they can score a lot, and that's something that you got to limit for a team like them.
What's the mindset needed for your group in order to get things back on track this weekend?
If you look at it now, we head over to LA, we got to practice, and then back-to-back games. So we obviously have opportunities to bounce back and prove it right away. That's the beauty of the game, playing a lot of games in a short amount of time, that you get that opportunity to, hopefully take advantage next time the games come around.
Thanks, Dawson.
Thank you.
Wanted to make it a game where you would rebound, from the last performance. How disappointing is it to sort of fall so early in that hole and not be able to climb out of it?
Yeah, it's really disappointing. I think we just weren't ready at the start when the puck dropped. But I know it was the first goal was a bad balance, but it doesn't matter. The second and third, shouldn't get allowed those chances. But I think just at the end we need to be more ready at the start, and just work as a 5-man unit.
What does that take then? You should be ready at the start, right?
Yeah, at the start, everybody needs a shift. Everybody needs to get the legs moving a little bit, and to do that, you put the puck deep. You kind of set the tone, set the pace, and I think we just didn't do that tonight. And they did it, and I think we just caught off guard a little bit, and yeah.
What do you feel got caught off? What caught you guys off guard, maybe?
Maybe their pace. I think they're a good team. They're a fast team, young, skilled, and I think they showed it from the beginning. And we just got to be ready, physically, mentally, and yeah.
But you guys are that too. You're skilled, you're quick. So where is that disconnect that you couldn't access that as a group?
Yeah, we are. But sometimes it's not always the skills that decides the games. I think sometimes it's the physicality, the willing to win 50-50 pucks, and I think even though we have a lot of skills, we got to do the other stuff as well.
You guys actually did outplay them in the second period. They were turning the puck over a lot, puck management on their part. You guys jumped on, especially your number one line with Hughes, but Nedeljkovic came out with some big saves. That kind of maybe deflate you guys at the end of that period, knowing that they got two at the end and you guys weren't able to, despite outplaying them?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in their zone in the second period, and we had our looks too as the game went on. But as I said before, we weren't ready first period. Second period, we had a pretty good period. But yeah, I think the last 2 goals at the end of the second period kind of took us our breath, and we tried to come out hard in the third period as well, which we did, and we got our chance as well, but we just couldn't score.
Thanks, Jonas.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Our play as we're about to welcome in head coach Sheldon Keefe. Now, Sheldon, obviously this was not the response your team was looking for here tonight, and outside of the good stretch of hockey you had in the second period, is it maybe safe to say that the team was a little out of sync structurally?
No, I don't think it was a structural issue today. I think it was a work ethic and competitive issue for us. We were just. Now, with this said, I didn't mind our first, call it 6 minutes of the game. I know they score. It's kind of a unlucky bounce, which is a tough way to start a hockey game. Give up a breakaway like that. But I didn't mind watching it back. I didn't mind the way we worked, the way we skated, our structure, all those kind of things were fine early in the game. And then, we lost it in the second half of the first period. That was not it. That's not the way you can work and compete, and the urgency that you need to have defensively. You just cannot win in the National Hockey League with that as the baseline. So it's unacceptable. And once again, you get what you deserve.
Well, you talk about just getting what you deserve. You saw San Jose, was that a product of them creating from their chances and being opportunistic? Because you guys, like you said, you did have a very strong second period for 17 minutes. You're not able to bury, and then all of a sudden 2 offensive zone faceoffs, and you're down another 2 goals.
Yeah, I mean, I liked our second period. I liked our third period too. The second and the third period, save for the sequences you're mentioning in the last 5 minutes or so of the second. That 35 minutes, call it, that type of a game is going to give us a chance to win most nights. We need to find ways to create more offense and find our way through on a night when there's not a whole lot there on the rush. But, that was much better. We worked a lot harder and gave ourselves a chance. I thought we imploded a little bit at the end of the second period there, which, just the game just got away on us and is really out of reach from there. But, there's the response in the second period that we got was what we needed throughout the first period. That's what I was banking on here today, that our group was going to respond. We failed to do that, so we talked about pushing past one the other night. We can't push past this one. This is 2 now, and it's unacceptable. We've got to get better in embracing the hard things, and if we want to win consistently, we have to embrace the hard things and do it on a regular basis. So we got away with some things in the early going of the season, and wins went our way, and special teams carried us through. But the reality of the league is it's hard, and if you don't embrace hard things, it opens you up to be able to lose on any night to any team.
When you talk about, the last game you pushed past it, this time you're saying, no, we can't push. What does that look like then to you in terms of what's next?
Well, we're going to talk about it, very openly. Not that we didn't talk about it the other day, but it was more about reflecting and getting back to, the good things that we did to put our team in a good spot to win 8 of the first 9 games of the season. But there are some things here just defensively that have been creeping in and have been there not just throughout the start of the season, but have been there historically as well, that we're trying to get better at, and we're just not there. And that's individuals. There's some players here that if we want to be a serious hockey team, we got to do these things better. We just don't have a chance to compete with the best.
You talk about the second period where you guys did have a lot of chances and you outplayed them in that second period, but then the Ukalovic gets some good big saves, a couple chances, and then they got the 2 ones late. Does that kind of deflate the team going into that third period?
Yeah, of course it did. It was, like I said, I liked our second, like lots about it. We want to convert more on offense. Our goalie did make some saves. I still think we got to do better with the amount of puck time that we had in both the second and the third. I think, we don't think we gave up a shot in the third period, which, quite frankly, because of how poor we've been defending, that was more of a focus for me than anything. Is we got to embrace the foundation here that we protect our goaltenders. We're hard to play against. We're good defensively, and then our offense is gonna, it's gonna prosper from there. So we got more of that through the second and third, save for that sequence there. But no question, their goaltender was strong today. Didn't give us a chance to really gain any real life and traction in the game. But at the end of the day, we just, we didn't do enough in that first period to give ourselves a chance to win a game on the road.
Thanks, Sheldon.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, this is Sharks reporter Tara Sloan for Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.